Hello everyone. Welcome to Motivational Journey in Life. Today I will share with you a very good topic about Stoic secrets to your emotions. In life, many things happen beyond our control: bad weather, traffic jams, harsh judgments from others, or even unexpected failures. These things can easily lead us to frustration, anger, or anxiety. But Stoic philosophy teaches us that true strength doesn't lie in controlling the outside world, but in how we respond to it. Imagine you've carefully planned a picnic, prepared everything perfectly. Then suddenly, it starts to rain. The plan is ruined. You could complain, get upset, feel disappointed, but will any of that stop the rain? No. The only thing you truly have control over is your attitude. You can choose to smile, find a cozy cafe nearby, and enjoy the afternoon in a different way. This is the core of Stoic wisdom, to clearly distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot. When you stop wasting energy on the uncontrollable and instead focus it on your thoughts, actions, and emotions, you begin to feel lighter, calmer, and more grounded. Just like a boat cannot change the direction of the wind, but can adjust its sails, you too can learn to navigate yourself through the storms of life. In today's fast-paced world, impulsive reactions have become all too familiar. A single message can make you angry, a careless comment can hurt you, and in just a split second, you react with frustration or rage. But then comes regret. You wish you had stayed calm, that you had taken a moment to think before responding. This is exactly why the Stoics emphasize, pause before you react. Pausing doesn't mean avoiding or suppressing your emotions. It's simply a brief silence, a moment to ask yourself, why does this bother me? Will this reaction help or harm? Am I responding with emotion or with reason? In that brief pause, you reclaim control over yourself. You're no longer a slave to anger, sadness, or hurt. Instead, you respond with awareness and intention, a kind of response you won't regret later. The Stoics believe that true strength doesn't come from suppressing emotions, but from the ability to control how we act under their influence. Just as a lake only reflects clearly when its waters are still, your mind becomes clear only when you pause, listen, and choose your response. And sometimes, a single moment of stillness is all it takes to change the course of your life. On the journey of life, emotions are inevitable. We feel joy in success, sadness in failure, hurt when misunderstood, and anger when treated unfairly. Emotions are part of being human. There's nothing wrong with that. The real issue arises when we let emotions control us, causing us to lose our clarity and inner peace. The Stoics never taught us to be emotionless or cold. They didn't tell us to suppress our tears or hide our smiles. Instead, they advised us to observe our emotions like someone watching a play, understanding and feeling them, but not getting swept away. Imagine life as a movie. You might feel moved during a farewell scene, or anxious during a tense moment, but deep down, you know, you're just watching a film. You're not the character in it. In the same way, when anger flares up in real life, take a step back and ask, I'm feeling angry, why? Instead of reacting in the heat of the moment, let the emotion pass, and you'll realize you still have the power to choose your response. Emotional detachment is a skill, one that requires practice and mindfulness. But once mastered, it brings balance, patience, and inner strength. You no longer get swept away by emotional waves. You learn to stand firm, even in the eye of the storm. Peace doesn't come from feeling nothing, it comes from not letting your emotions control your entire being. That's the inner freedom Stoic philosophy aims to cultivate. Sometimes, a small incident in the day is enough to make us upset: a cup of coffee spilling on your shirt, someone cutting in line, or a rude comment on social media. These seemingly minor things can linger in our minds for hours, even the entire day. But pause for a moment and ask yourself, will this still matter 5 years from now? This simple question is a powerful tool to help shift our perspective. When we view life through a longer time frame, many of our daily problems immediately shrink in importance. A stained shirt, a careless remark, or an inconvenient moment, they will all pass. The Stoics believed that peace comes from the ability to discern what truly deserves our attention. When you learn to let go of trivial matters and focus your energy on what truly lasts, like your health, your relationships, and your core values, you'll feel a profound sense of lightness and clarity. Life is too short to stay angry over things that will soon be forgotten. Learn to zoom out and see the bigger picture, so you can clearly recognize what truly matters to you. Amid the fast pace of life, we often get swept up in worries and chaotic emotions, forgetting to pause and listen to ourselves. Writing a Stoic journal is not just a simple habit, it is a journey of self-discovery and inner growth. Great Stoics like Marcus Aurelius used journaling as a way to have a dialogue with themselves. He recorded his thoughts, lessons, and even daily failures, not to boast or complain, but to better understand the person he was becoming. You can start each day, or end it, with a few simple lines. What did I do well today? Was there anything that caused me to react without control? What did I learn from these experiences? Writing these things down helps you observe yourself like a companion, not judging, but understanding. Gradually, you will see more clearly the patterns in your thoughts, behaviors, and beliefs. From there, you can consciously adjust, change, and grow. A Stoic journal doesn't need to be long or elaborate. It just needs to be sincere. Because in the quiet of each written word, you will find the voice within, clear, steady, and full of wisdom. In life, we cannot avoid difficulties, challenges, or unexpected obstacles. In those moments, our natural reaction is often disappointment, frustration, or the urge to give up. However, Stoic philosophy teaches us a different perspective. These obstacles are not barriers, but the very path to growth and success. Marcus Aurelius once said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." This statement holds immense spiritual power. When you face hardships, instead of avoiding or complaining, see those challenges as stepping stones that help you mature. Difficulties are like rocks in the river of life. When water flows, it cannot go straight through the rocks. Instead, it bends and finds new paths, and this flexibility creates stronger, more beautiful currents. Similarly, every time you face an obstacle, your creativity, patience, and determination are tested. You learn to adapt, adjust, and find new solutions to difficult situations. Ask yourself, what can this difficulty teach me? How can I turn it into an opportunity? When you shift your mindset this way, failures or disappointments no longer become dead ends, but stepping stones that propel you forward more firmly. In fact, many successful people in the world have gone through major failures or moments that seemed impossible to overcome. But thanks to how they faced, learned from, and turned obstacles into opportunities, they achieved remarkable success. So, don't fear hardships or challenges. See every challenge as a gift, a valuable lesson. When you accept and harness it, you not only overcome adversity but also discover hidden strengths within yourself that you never knew existed before. Nurturing gratitude is one of the precious lessons of Stoic philosophy, helping us face dissatisfaction and discomfort in life. When we focus on what we lack or have yet to achieve, our minds tend to fall into states of scarcity, disappointment, and suffering. Conversely, gratitude helps us recognize and appreciate the existing values, big or small, creating inner contentment and peace. A simple yet highly effective habit is to start each day by listing at least 3 things you are grateful for. These don't have to be grand achievements like career success or wealth. They can be simple things, a delicious breakfast, a smile from a loved one, or a quiet afternoon to relax. Over time, this habit gradually shifts your perspective on life, encouraging you to notice more positive aspects instead of dwelling on the negative. Gratitude acts like a healing medicine, reducing dissatisfaction and enhancing happiness. It helps us maintain a positive mindset even in difficult times because we always remember that life still holds many things worthy of appreciation. As a result, we live joyfully, peacefully, and more easily overcome the challenges ahead. Gratitude is not just an emotion but also a way of seeing and choosing each day to make life more meaningful. If you find the video interesting, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to watch more interesting videos.